Agreed. Alright guys, we are going... Oops. Whoa. Oh, we have a pause. This is the finals. Poner is here joining me. Say hello.
Hello.
I am toliveanddie. This is Daywalker. This is the finals. Wednesday night is an early finals on 11:15 on here on the East Coast. 9:15 on the Central, or I'm sorry, the Mountain Time, which is where you are.
Indeed.
In the Upper Plains, I'm assuming, or are you against the mountains?
No, I'm Central Alberta, so I'm a few hours away from the mountains.
Okay, so you're in the plains.
Pretty much, yeah.
Where all those tornadoes happened about 3 or 4 years ago.
I guess, yeah, there was some tornadoes going on.
There was a large outbreak, like, what was it, 4 years ago, I think it was, or when all that news came out about the plains being ravaged or something like that. Anyways.
Yeah, they say ravaged up here, but down in the States, they would have probably just been the weekly tornadoes they get. They weren't anything major. I don't think there was a single death from them, so
yeah.
They blew out some wheat fields.
All right. Anyways, in the bottom left, we have ChongMae. We're going to see him for the first time. He made it to the finals because of a forfeit in the semifinals. But anyways, he is our yellow Zerg.
And in the top right corner, we have our Terran that we had just watched steamroll another Zerg with his mech play. It is Paradoxical. I think I got it right that time.
Yes, you did. That was good. Look at the APMs of these. ChongMae is another spammer. 208 average right now in the APM, whereas Paradoxical, as we saw last game, does not have spam. He is not a highfalutin finger. As terrible as that sounds. Anyways, the drone is in the Terran base. He's scouted. Whoa. What do we got here?
Yeah, that's unusual. I'd like to talk to a few Zergs about it because I do notice that some of them will send that scouting drone, and some of them will just wait for the Overlord. I just kind of wonder if it's based on the build that they're going to do. They want to see something right away because they want to play greedy, or because I know as a Protoss, I never fail scout every single player I'm against because, well, I'm so used to getting cheesed. I want to know what's coming.
Right. So you want to get there as fast as possible to see that coming right away. I have no problem. I have no problem with that. You know, as long that initial reaction you have is okay. Are they coming at me now? If not, then good. I can just go. But if they're coming at me now, then you want to do something. And in fact, we have cheese, and it is in the lower right-hand corner of the map. We have a proxy barracks. It is already done. What's he making? I mean, he's making Marines.
So I don't think this build is designed to particularly kill him as much as just take out his natural, because the Zerg should not expect it coming. He'll see these 2 Marines come across the map and then not expect much, make maybe 4 Zerglings, and then one all of a sudden, he is queued up to go scout right past that barracks. He's going to see it for sure, and now he knows exactly what's up.
Uh-oh.
That was a nice scout by our Zerg players. He should immediately go into some sort of Zergling production.
Hang on. I have to pause this. Pause.
What's up? Really?
There he is. Now he's gone.
Well, that's not cool.
Okay, here we go.
Interesting.
All right, here we go. The Marines are now at the natural of the Zerg player, and he has to bring all his drones out here. The bunker is going down. Will these drones be able to surround these Marines? Don't think so. Nope, no, they don't.
He needs to get on that SCV and not let that bunker finish. I'm not quite sure why he's not attacking it. That's going to be a major mistake. Oh, he's got the spine crawlers.
Spine crawlers, he cancels. Now he's going to run his Marines away. Is he going to lift his barracks to go home? No, he does not yet. He's still queuing a Marine. Oh, there he goes. He lifts it now. Okay. So he's going to lift the barracks. I don't know where he's going to put it. He's flying to the left.
Looks like he's just going to use it as a scout and fall back onto his natural and try and stabilize, go back into a normalized game.
Yep. He is making a command center in his main, and he has a factory being built right now also in his main. Okay, so anyways, we had the barracks at the top of the ramp. Have you tried playing Terran before, Poner?
Tried is the key word there.
Okay.
I've only played him a few times, and I just don't like the play style of him.
Okay, so anyways, I find it interesting sometimes when you watch Terrans play and you see their style, that this Terran, he puts down that supply ad, you know, to the top of his supply depots. Like at the top of the ramp, you see that?
Yeah, how he uses the command center to add there.
Yeah. So like, you know, I thought maybe he thought he was supply blocked and then added the supply ad, whatever it's called, to the top of that.
Yeah, I would say the only reason you should ever do that is if it's kind of an emergency situation and you need to get that supply right now, because the amount of cost. Let's see what it does cost. 50. Because 50 whatever you call it, energy off of the command center or the orbital command, where you could drop that mule and that's $250, so you could build 2.5 farms for the price of that. So it's just utterly not worth it unless you're in a situation where you need it.
We have a Hellion that's taking out some Zerglings at the middle of the map, middle top, and 40 hit points on the Hellion. The Zergling is going to die. Okay.
So that should be handy for him. He does see the Hellions out. He knows the factory's down. And Tech Lab's getting added, so let's see if he adds Blue Flame or he's going to go straight into tank protection.
The barracks is on fire. It is burning down. It will eventually die or collapse or whatever you want to call it, burn down to the ground. Now you're going to float it before it dies. 90 hit points and falling, and he's going to try to run into the Zerg base and see what he can see. Meanwhile, at the front of the Zerg base, he does have the 2 evolution chambers. And in the main, he has a macro hatch and a Bailing Nest. So the pool went down, the Bailing Nest is now down. He is getting speed right now. It's about 80% done.
Alright, so it looks like we're going to see the mech play again because he is adding an armory on. And, well, a starport, so I can't say 100% that, but it kind of looks that way. But with the second starport, I don't know what's going on. I'm not a Terran player.
Yeah, you know, when you get another starport like this, wow, you know, get mass like Banshees and Vikings or whatever he wants to make here. He is building another command center. So look at this, man. It's this double command center play. He did this last game, if you remember. He like made massive amounts of command centers and had them all over the place up here near his main base. The Zerg is going to try to run in and do a poke into the natural.
Are we going to see perhaps a Sky Terran build?
It seems that way. We're going to find out.
So more Banshees, I guess we'll see with this upgrade.
Yeah, Banshees coming out of this starport, and this starport down in his natural, we are making Banshees. So just Banshee all the time here for the Terran player. Where is he putting this command center? He's going to put it in front of his natural. This is some... Okay, I don't know. I really don't know.
Unorthodox play.
I'm not prepared to call what the Terran is doing here. This is not standard whatsoever. Is the Zerg playing more standard? Let's see. Yes, he's getting a Bailing Nest. Now he's getting an infestation pit. He's on lair. This is more standard. Yes, he's got his third base. He has 2 queens over here. He's putting down the creep tumors. Okay, so the Zerg is sticking to what we know, whereas the Terran is just doing all kinds of stuff because he can.
Yeah, I have no idea what he's doing. He's getting out those Thors, and he's showing it even to that Overlord that was scouting.
Yep, the Zergling is here at the 3rd. It cannot land his command center because there was a Zergling at the 3rd, so we have to come over and kill that before it lands the command center. The Thor is here. It will kill the Overlord, like you were just saying, so he is showing the Thor. So he has a factory in his main and And that's it, just one factory. He only has 2 barracks. He has the 2 starports. Where did his Hellions go? Any Hellions on the map? Yes, he has 1 Hellion here, but that's it. A lot of Marines here at the Natural also.
He actually has more command centers than he does production facilities.
Yeah, he has a command center that's floating, a command center in his natural, and a command center that's being mined in his natural. His main command center, and yeah, this is...
So he is getting vehicle weapons upgrades, so maybe we won't see Sky Terran. We'll just see a little bit of everything Terran. And somehow he still has the supply lead. He must have a lot of... Well, no, he's only got 50 harvesters out. This game's really hard to cast when you don't have a clue what's happening.
This is the gentleman's delayed reaction going on here. You know, like, okay, I just scouted you, just scouted me, okay, we're just going to wait another 10 minutes. The third base of the Zerg player is being rebuilt. I don't know if the Terran came over here and took it out, but if you look at the workers killed, only 4-1 right now. 27 units have been killed by the Terran. Look at the worker supply. 95 drones the Zerg has. Do you think that's a little overkill?
Yeah, especially on 3 bases. 95, you're really hindering the amount of army you can have out. He is dropping his 4th, and is before his main is mined out, so he will get maximum saturation on 4 bases for a while, but then after that, once his main is mined out, I would expect him to send a bunch of drones to their death, or make a bunch of spine crawlers, whichever.
Yep. He is oversaturated at his main base. In fact, oversaturated at his main base. At his natural, he's doing okay there, although he looks like he's a little oversaturated at his natural also, so this extra base will be good for all those drones. My goodness, that's a lot of drones.
Yeah, he's oversaturated at every single base.
Keep an eye on the middle of the map. We do have burrowed infestors on the way. Does the Terran have detection? Does he have ravens out at all?
He has a missile turret at his 3rd.
Okay, good. The missile turret will detect these infestors. Ooh. Zerglings try to do a push up the ramp in the natural and do not get very far because there is a bunker at the top of the ramp. Infestors are still moving around. Go ahead.
There's a bunker and 1 of every Terran unit at the top of the ramp. They got a Hellion, Banshee, Thor, tank, bunker, Marine. All we need is a battle cruiser. It's a very interesting unit composition.
Okay, here we go. Infestors don't know what they want to do. Another command center is going down at the 3rd base, and the infestors pull away before they see it. Did they not see the command center as it was being built? No, they did not. They didn't see that command center as being built.
I feel like this play the Terran's doing is super greedy, so he gets a lot of mules out, but he just doesn't have a large enough production to keep up with the Zerg. And while the army size might be comparable right now, the Zerg's going to be able to remax immediately with all this bank, whereas the Terran, I mean, it's going to take him 10 minutes to get an army back out if they have a major engagement. So he'll have a ton of money and no units.
Yeah, well, he did just put on, let's see, what is this? Look at this. He has 4 reactors on these barracks here now at his main base, so he's going to really be able to pump out some Marines. A lot of Marines, actually, but you're right. The production of the Terran is a little skimpy right now. We do see this play. We've seen this play before, Poner, you and I, in the likes of BM Terran, what's his name?
I can't remember. I'm terrible with names, but I remember the game you're talking about.
Yeah, BM Terran way back, and I were going last year around this time when he used to do this type of build with the Terran, and Leon deGrelle.
Okay.
Leon deGrelle used to do this build too. Used to do this type of stuff where it looks like the Terran is doing creep build, like he's just building bunkers, building supply depots, building command centers out onto the map as he goes along, you know. And Leon deGrelle was good at this. BM Terran was good at this. Even YMCMB did builds like this when he was playing. Not as much as Leon deGrelle, but Leon deGrelle did this every single game.
It's definitely a weird style, but it seems to be effective. At least it was last game. But if he has good infestor control and he gets those broodlords, where is what's the state of his greater spire?
Greater Spire
so
is done. Is done. He's making 6 broodlords right now. +2 for the Terran now. Both 2/2 now for the infantry. And he is getting ship weapons, so he knows he's getting prepared for those broodlords as we speak. Remember last game, game number 3, he ended the game because he had the superior air support or anti-air.
With those beast upgrades, they can rip those apart. And he's using this Thor as tank bait. That's really a nice move right there. Now we should pull that Thor back in and just crunch it. Yeah, he's actually using the infestors to wall in the Thor. That was a neat play.
Yeah, and he actually neuroparasited the Thor also. He did. Oh, Cloak Banshees are in the main. They're going to go after the Queens. One's going after the Queens, one's going after the drones.
So he does have Corruptors, like, right there. Oh no, they must have all died. Let's see.
Okay,
So he has 2 Corruptors on the map. I don't know where. But he should be cleaning up those Banshees.
Yeah, the Broodlords are now directly in the center of the map. The Terran has now taken 1, 2, 3, 4 he has 4 bases. He does have 2 other command centers that can be floated anywhere. He is saturated at this 4th base. It does have a planetary fortress. The 3rd has a planetary fortress, and it's saturated. So he has 2 good mining bases there. The natural is getting mined out, and the main is going to be mined out pretty soon. Meanwhile, the Zerg is taking the bottom right. He did lose his 4th base just now. The Thors and a couple Marines were there to take out the 4th base. And now the 3rd base is going to be under fire.
And he does actually have a little side force coming into the natural, but that got cleaned up by the Broodlords and Infestors.
Yep. Now the 3rd base is under fire. He needs to bring his Infestors in. He can neuroparasite this Thor if he wants to. He does.
Nice play there to fungal and then neural the Thor. Wait for the Broodlords to get back and take that out, and a little bit of roaches. So he saves that, but he still is down a base. His 4th is just finishing. He needs to take maybe a 5th and a 6th right now. He's got so much banked resources he can afford to do it, and he needs the gas in a desperate way.
The Terran has 4,000 in minerals. This is the style. When you wait this long and just creep out like this, and you don't have the production facilities that Paradoxical doesn't, he needs a lot more barracks. He needs a lot more factories out here. But when you do this style, this is what you do. You bank up minerals out the, you-know-what. So that's what the Terran is right now. He has a lot of bank, but he has nothing to produce it with.
Yeah, he could probably drop a good 5 more barracks right now. He is producing out of 6 of them. He does have a tech lab on 1, so I guess he's getting out a few Marauders to add on to that army.
Yep.
But this, I can see why the Zerg's kind of all over the place with his units as well, because it's very hard to react to a Terran player that just has every unit that they can possibly make. So I guess just the standard Corruptor, Broodlord, Infestor would be pretty good against this. He just has to maintain that base count, and he keeps losing to this Banshee harass.
This is a crazy play here. The Terran just keeps on expanding. He doesn't care about his production facility. Look, he only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 barracks. That's it. That's it. And we're 24 minutes into the game. He has 1.
All of these Burrowed Infestors are making their way into his base and about to get crunched.
Yeah, because the missile turret or whatever is seeing them. I don't know what was seeing it, but something was seeing it. And the infested Terrans are out. They're going to just do their zombie walk up the ramp here a little bit.
That was a lot of energy to kill to get a bunker and a supply depot.
Yep. All right, so the 6,000 mineral rich Terran is now going to try to march his few units down here to the bottom right. And I don't know, man.
He is somehow maxed out.
He is. Let's see the 74 SCV, so he's about perfect on the SCV count. He is attacking this bottom right base, and he's attacking the 4th base again, almost takes it out. This time the Zerg was prepared for that engagement. He is going to be able to take out the Terran at this bottom right location, though. He has Corruptors in the air, Roaches is down on the ground, so this all will die. Oh, maybe not. There's enough Vikings here to take out the Corruptors.
He needs to pull those Broodlords back ASAP because he's got nothing to combat them. Or So that was an interesting game.